Well, good morning, everyone, and Merry Christmas to everybody. It is currently 9:39 in the morning, and this is Nucleus Cyborg back here with another honest to goodness fragrance review. And it has been a while since my last fragrance review. Uh, at that time, I had tried to start narrowing my fragrance collection down to about 10, and since then, I've come across a lot of good ones, and I've just, I just keep adding to my collection, and so here I am again. I recently just got back from Disney World back in October of this year. I got back on the 13th, and while I was there, my family and I went to Epcot, and we go to World Showcase, and I'm not sure which country it was, but I bought another fragrance that I've seen on YouTube when I looked around at different fragrances. One that I wanted to try, but I didn't. But I've tried to learn my lesson from the past about buying fragrances, uh, just based on somebody else's review, and before you want to try before you buy. That way you don't waste all that money. And so I believe it was Germany, but don't quote me on that. I bought this fragrance that I've wanted to try for a while. It's called Givenchy Pi. Now, I haven't really worn this a lot yet, but I kind of do like it. Right from the bottle, right from the nozzle, it's very sweet and very light and kind of powdery. When I wore it, when I sprayed it, they had a um, trial bottle there at the store. When I tried it on a spray, my mom said, "Oh gosh, that is definitely sweet." So that puts me in mind that this is definitely a cold weather fragrance. Okay, cold weather was well, it's good time for the sweeter fragrances. Warm weather will obviously make it very more sweet, very sweet, and maybe sometimes harder for people to bear. And so, like I said, right from the nozzle, I like it. It's very sweet, very powdery, and oh, yeah, it is a little sweet. So, uh, I like the color of the liquid inside. It's kind of like an amber color. I like the bottle. I mean, it's you can see the bottle is kind of triangular in shape, so it's a little different from traditional uh, fragrance cologne bottles. It's got the symbol right on the front, pi. And I also like the triangular feel to it because I have small hands. This kind of fits right into my hand. It makes it very easy to spray and all that stuff. Now, the one thing I don't like about this is that most fragrances have their enemy. One of their enemies is air. Okay, so air will slowly dilute, make your fragrance weaker over time. And so that's why most fragrances come with a cap on the top. This one doesn't have a cap. It has this little swiveling hook on the top. Now, when it's up, it's obviously meant to stop and to help protect the nozzle from spraying, so you don't waste your fragrance that way. But again, there's no cap on it, and so I gotta I keep all my fragrances in a drawer, and it's dark, and I keep my house about 68 degrees. So like temperature and light are also uh, enemies of fragrance, and so like I said, I try to really take care of mine. Now, again, we are like I've said before, I really like this. Now we're gonna try this when we actually try to spray this out. I haven't put cologne on today because, as I've already said, it's Christmas Eve. It's December 24th. Um, Let me just take a moment to say that this morning, I have had one roller coaster of a day. Okay, now I have insomnia, and so I don't sleep well most of the time anyway. But and it might have been a little bit of excitement too, being Christmas Eve. My family and I meet. It's been a tradition for since I was a kid that we've screen play, excuse me. The we've always met and done our presents on Christmas Eve, so that might have contributed the excitement a little bit. But I woke up this morning at 4 o'clock, couldn't go back to sleep, toss and turn for a while, and so got up. Uh, the morning progressed pretty well. I had a leisurely breakfast and did a few things around the house, checked the presents and all that stuff that I got to bring tonight. Made sure everything was great, and left this morning like I usually do. Everything went smoothly. Now, what I usually do before work is there's a restaurant, and yes, I play Pokemon Go, and there's a restaurant there, and so sometimes I'll stop there and I'll play Pokemon Go for a while. Well, anyway, after I get there and park, I turn the gas off to help me save some gas, and so just leave the car running with the battery. And then I was there. There was a purple egg. I put out a notice for people to come if they could. I told them I had about 50 minutes and blah blah blah. Well, nobody ended up showing up when it finally hatched, and so I had put my cell phone back down in the passenger seat, and I was just reaching for the key. I mean, you believe me or not, there's seconds before it happens. Reaching for my key to turn the car back on and pull out to head to work. And the car died. Okay? So I don't know if it was the battery, because like I said, did it this morning, and I do it all the time. I go somewhere and I'll leave the battery running, but the car not. The car off, but the battery running. And so I don't know if it was just the battery had eventually ran out, or there was also another light that came on when I finally got it back working, and people at work were saying it possibly was the alternator. I should have been a mechanic because I had no idea what they were talking about. But anyway, but today I got to work about 15 minutes late. I told them it's Christmas Eve. We were only supposed to work half day till noon, and so I wanted to make sure I was there on time. And I called one of my bosses to see if he was at work yet, if he was on his way, if he could stop by there and give me a jump. He did that. I got there to work, and a little late, but things happen. Anyway, and then Christmas Eve, again, we were really supposed to work half day, but my job has really stepped up this year. For this Christmas, we knocked it out of the park, and so we have this thing sometimes called the lottery. Was when if you get picked, you get to go home early, and so I was only at work for about 50 minutes total today. Yes, my name got drawn, and so I was able to leave. Anyway, my brother, who also works there, also got drawn. So we're gonna meet tonight with the family and all that stuff. Well, I had also texted him earlier when my car died, and I said, could you come over and give me a jump? Just texting a few people to make sure that I could get to work. So he said okay, he would come, and then I told him that my boss came. He didn't have to, but he said that he wanted to make sure that my car started before he left. Very nice of him. And the car started just fine. And that light, it looks like a little car, the back end of the car with like squiggly lines that indicate traction on the road. And so I thought when it came on, it meant something to do with the tires or the alignment. Again, I should have been mechanic because I have no idea. But anyway, people were saying it's the alternator. Well, that light went off too. That light was off. So, like I said, I'm parked. I'm here at home now. I'm parked. And this video is getting really long because I'm discussing my day. But anyway, so you know what? Everything's good now. Roller coaster for every morning. But you know what? Let's do this. So we're gonna spray this on. This is just a blank envelope that I found. Okay, 2 sprays, and then we're gonna see how this actually smells. Ooh, Wow, that is very nice. That is very nice. Ooh. Yes, I like this. Givenchy Pi. This is a great fragrance. You know what? I took a shower this morning for work, and yes, when I got home after work, thinking that I was going to get off at noon, I was going to take another shower before I head out to the family tonight, and I didn't know what I was going to wear. What cologne? I didn't put cologne on today. I didn't know what cologne I was going to wear. I didn't know if I was going to wear Dolce & Gabbana the one, or I've been really liking John Vovato's Dark Rebel right now. I just didn't know which one to put on. I've worn this about 2 or 3 times since I got it, and I said, I didn't know if I was going to wear this. Wow, yes, this is really good. This is a keeper. Anybody out there? This is a really good keeper. But yes, since it's kind of sweet, I recommend this as a winter or cold weather fragrance. Now, I am not a cologne critic, anything like that. This is just honest to goodness, and something that these videos, if you watch anything on my channel, it's just mainly me just things to do in the spare time, and it's mainly for my own amusement. So I got a few other ones, and I actually have a few followers. So if anybody that watches out there, I know I've been kind of rambling, and this is kind of showing you my Christmas Eve morning. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'm going to get off here now. I got a few things to do now, more things to do now that I'm off. It's been real. I hope everybody that watches has a Merry Christmas. Hope you guys get great presents. Tonight, if you have fun, and by fun I mean drink and make merry. Please be careful while you're out driving home. Yes, Christmas is a time to get merry, definitely. But please be careful while you're doing it. And there is my Mickey pin. I want y'all to see that. I'm in the Christmas spirit. Anyway, I want to get off here. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day.